Yes, this chapter is very important for us. Okay, so the crisis of democratic order, chapter number 6 in the list. Okay, so the last chapter, the resurgence of Congress party, clear on that. So number of opposition parties formed in India, clear, almost near to 1960. So up to 1960-70, we can say that it's only the Congress party is able to rule different states and the center because people have faith on that party leaders. Okay, that party leaders are the people basically they fought for independence. Clear, understanding or not? So number of people from different states of India they give importance for that political party and give their support and consent to that party. Okay, as a result of that, that party managed to rule number of years continuously. Clear. Okay, so but what happened after the end of Jawaharlal Nehru's rule, Indira Priyadarshini, okay, or Indira Gandhi, she became the prime minister of our country, right? Okay, so at that time, our country faced lots of problem, okay, in politics. Basically, a clash between the judiciary and the government. Clear? A clash between the judiciary and the government. So last year we studied about the most important functions of the judiciary. Right, four functions are there. What are the most important four functions of the judiciary? In idea, hmm? Creating a basic rules and regulations for the society. Clear? Hmm? Basic rules and regulations for the society. That's first function of the constitution. Second one, what is that? An idea? Second function of the constitution.
Not to be biased to anything.
Huh?
Not to be biased to anyone.
Okay, that is fine. But one more thing, it is the what? So judiciary is the one those who deciding who wanted to take decisions in the society. Clear? Okay, who will take the decision? Governments will take the decisions. But who will decide the power of the government? That is the constitution. That is the constitution, right? So, the constitution is clearly mentioned the powers of the central government, the powers of the local self-government, the powers of the state government. It is mentioned in the constitution. So, no government is able to act above the constitution or out of the framework of the constitution. Okay, clear or not? Okay, so state government should not interfere in the matters of the center. Central government will not interfere in the matters of the state governments. Okay, so like that, divisions are there. Clear? Next one, it is the responsibility of the government to control the government. Okay, control the government. Government should not take any decision or should not create any rules or regulation that creating problem for the people. Clear? Or giving or making trouble for the fundamental rights of the people. Right? Clear or not? So this is a third function of the constitution. Okay. What is that? Regulating or controlling the government to take unnecessary rules or unnecessary actions against the fundamental rights that is enjoying by the people. Okay, so fundamental rights are so fundamental right. It's very important for the individuals to lead a secure life in the society. So no government should interfere in that. Okay, the government, sorry, the constitution will not allow the governments to trespass the rights of the people, rights of the people. If a government do so, constitution can check the government, block the government. Okay, or the judiciary can do that. Clear? Okay, constitution means the judiciary. Clear or not? Okay, judiciary can do that. Supreme Court can do that. High courts can do that. Okay, let it be. And the fourth function, insisting the government to do something for the welfare of the people. Okay, that is the fourth function. Directive principles of the state policy, right? Okay, we studied that. The fourth function of the government, helping the people or creating plans and programs for the development of the individual citizen or the entire society or for the entire society in the country. That's the responsibility of the government that mentioned in the directive principles of state policy. State policy. So here, the time of Indira Gandhi, So we know that in 1971 we faced a problem in our country. What is that? What is that? Studied in India's external relation.
The war
1971. War against whom? War against whom? Which country? 1971.
against China.
1971. And then 1962 against Uganda. South Africa, America. It is 1962 against China. 1971. Years are very important for you people. Okay. Hmm? So if you are not adding or not using the years or months or time in political science, it is not a political science. It is not a history. It is just a story. Okay. So stories will start like this. Once upon a time, there was a king who lived in so and so country. Okay. Clear or not? Once upon a time. Or long, long ago, there was a crow. Okay. The crow was very thirsty. Okay. Like that. Stories will be there. Okay. So years are important for us. So 1971, what is that? What is that? The war against Pakistan to liberate which country? Yes.
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Bangladesh, correct. Bangladesh. Okay. It's a war against Pakistan to liberate Bangladesh. Okay. Okay, okay. Bangladesh. Come back. Okay, so that's what 1971. So after the war, we faced a lot of problem. What is that? An idea? America stopped its aid to India. Means, and before that, America helped India to what you can say, develop its economy. Okay, American aid in the form of money, in the form of food grains. Okay, in the form of various programs, they helped India. They helped India. Okay, but what happened in 1971? We fought. Okay, so we engaged in a war against Pakistan, an ally of America. So America stopped the aid to India. Clear? It's a problem we faced. Okay. The same time, famine, another problem for our country. Okay. Lack of resources. Okay. Lack of resource management. Like that various problem we faced. Okay. So the people started complaining. Okay. People turned against the government. At the same time, there are number of activities against the Congress party by other political parties. Okay. Planned operations are there. Clear? Clear or not? Or planned operations were there, right? Not today. Hmm? Clear or not? Okay, just understand that. Okay, planned operations against the Congress party. Okay, so finally, the Congress party leader or the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, she forced it to declare a particular condition called emergency. Okay, what is that? Declaration of emergency. What do you mean by emergency? Emergency.
It is a declaration given
Ah,
during extreme time. For example, war.
definitely. Next, yeah, okay, okay. So basically, it is timed as the presidential rule or the military rule. Military rule. No governments are powerful at that time, right or not? Okay, so governments are not powerful. Instead of that, states will coming under the control of the military and the president's rule. Clear? Who will appoint the president? It is a ruling party in the center, right or not? So whose rule is that actually? Who will control that rule? That ruling party only, right or not? So you have to understand it. So today we know that the president of India, okay, do he have any particular political party allegiance? Tell me, tell me, tell me. No, no, no. So far I can say only one political, sorry, all one president. Okay, who ruled or controlled our states. Okay, and the president of India, the primary citizen of the country. Okay, the first citizen of the country. Who was that? Only one president in the post without any political party allegiance. Hmm? An idea about him?
APJ Abdul Kalam.
Of course, that's APJ Abdul Kalam. right or not? Both the ruling party and the opposition accepted his candidature, basically. Clear or not? There is no opposition for him, right? Everyone accepted him. Clear or not? So because of his activities, his contribution to Indian science and technology, clear or not? Famously known as the missile man of India. All other presidents, they have their own party allegiance, correct? Clear or not? Who is the president of India? President of India.
Govind.
COVID.
Govind.
After COVID, total COVID. Okay, Ramnath COVID. Right? Okay, that's what his name. Okay, so Ramnath Kovind, the present president of India. Okay, so his party allegiance, we can say, is connected with the BJP party, right? BJP. Clear. So BJP made him the president. So if there is a declaration of emergency, the country coming under the presidential rule, the president will do the things that related with the will and wish of a BJP party, definitely, right? At that time also happened the same. Okay, clear. Congress party rule, Indira Gandhi, okay, the queen without the crown at that time. Clear or not? Okay, very powerful. The Iron Lady of India, clear. And the ideal of Indian National Congress. Okay, there is no one is there to resist her ideas or resist her what you can say plans and programs. No other individual is capable to do so. That much powerful she is or she was. Clear? Clear or not? That's what Indira Gandhi. So ready to write the introduction of this chapter. Okay, clear. There was a general atmosphere of introduction of the chapter, the crisis of democratic order, the crisis of a democratic order. So most of the countries in the world, they no need to write. They thought that India's democracy is going to ruin, destruct. No need to write. No need to write. Going to destruct, right or not? But not happen. So 1947 to 2021, we know that we followed democracy, still following democracy, right? No other forms of government, no dictatorship. Okay, clear or not? So other countries thought it will turn to a dictatorial country, but not happened. Right on now, introduction. There was a general atmosphere of the dissatisfaction. There is a general atmosphere of dissatisfaction with the prevailing economic situation, with the economic situations, prevailing economic situations, prevailing economic situations all over the country, all over the country, all over the country, all over the country. In early years of 1970, okay, in the early years of 1970. So between 1971 to 75, we can say that the early years. Clear or not? Okay. So where, sorry, country-wide dissatisfaction. People not satisfied. Clear or not? There is lots of problem, economic crisis that related with the politics and the society. Lots of problem the country faced at that time. Okay, next sentence. Between 1973 and 1975, between 1973 and 1975, 75, a series of events, a series of events brought new challenges to brought new challenges to India's democratic politics. Brought new challenges to India's democratic politics. Challenges to India's democratic politics. And and institutional balance sought by the constitution, sought by the constitution, sought by the constitution. Full stop, full stop. In 1975, in 1975, in 1975, emergency was declared. In 1975, emergency was declared. In 1975, emergency was declared. After this, after this, Janata Party, Janata Party, not BJP, Janata Party of that time, Janata Party. Okay, just Janata Party came into power, came into power, came into power. That is for the first time after independence. That is for the first time after independence. So almost nearly 30 years continuous administration by the Congress party, right? Okay, almost 28 years, right? Speaking so. Okay, 28 years continuous rule of the Congress party. So after that emergency, who came to power? Janata Party. Janata Party. So we can say nearly 30 years continuous government. After first time after independence, non-Congress came into power at the center. 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 Okay. The idea clear or not? So there are lots of problem faced by the country at that time, basically in 1970s. Okay, clear. The war with Pakistan to liberate Bangladesh that destructed the economy of the country. America stopped aid to India. Okay, I already told you that, right? And the same time, there are a number of political social issues also. The Congress party faced lots of problem at that time. And what do you can say? Indira Gandhi, she forced to declare emergency in 1975. Related with the emergency, Indira Gandhi lost her, what do you can say? Basically the support from the people. Okay, lost the support from the people. Okay, and finally after the emergency, what happened? A new party, Janata Party, came into power. It's the first non-Congress party at the center. Okay, after the emergency, the first non-Congress party at the center, it was the Janata Party government. Janata Party government. Okay, this is the things basically that what we are going to learn from this chapter. Clear? Understand? Okay, what are the reasons that led to these problems? Okay, first of all, you have to write background, background to emergency, background to emergency, background to emergency. What are the reasons that forced Indira Gandhi to declare emergency? Clear? Okay, what are the reasons basically that forced Indira Gandhi to declare emergency? That is the question. Okay, so background to emergency. Since 1967, 1967, 1967, Indira Gandhi had emerged as a towering leader, a leader without any opposition. Okay, write down. Since 1967, Indira Gandhi had emerged as a towering leader with a tremendous popularity. Tremendous popularity. Okay, tremendous, very huge, notable. Okay, tremendous popularity. Everyone know her. Okay. There is no other voice in the cabinet against Indira Gandhi. Okay. So she's the final wave. Okay, right on. With a tremendous popularity, full stop. This was also the period in India. This was also a period in India. This was also a period in India when party competition became when party competition became when party competition became bitter and polarized. Bitter, B-A-T-T, yeah, bitter and polarized. Bitter and polarized. Okay, so number of opinions that emerged in the minds of different party leaders to defeat the Congress party. Congress party, clear or not? So they did their maximum to mobilize people against the Congress. Okay, polarized, full stop. This period also witnessed tensions. This period also witnessed tensions in the relationship between the government and the judiciary. This period also witnessed tensions in the relationship between the government and the judiciary. Government and the judiciary. Okay. So, as the students of political science, we know that there are three organs for the government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Okay. They have independent duties and powers. Clear. But there's a special power is there with the judiciary, right? You know that. What is that? To check the decisions of the legislature. Clear. If it is not good or if it is out of the framework of the constitution, it is the judiciary. It can check or block that particular rule or a regulation. Clear or not? The special power of the judiciary. They can do it. At least they can give a suggestion to the legislature that to make changes in that or change the rule and regulation. Clear. If it is not good for the society. Okay. So there's a tension between the government and the judiciary related with the various laws that made by the legislature. I mean the government. Okay. Next sentence. The Supreme Court found many initiatives. The Supreme Court found many of the government, initiatives of the government to be to be violative of the Constitution, violative of the Constitution, violative of the Constitution. So, Supreme Court found that various activities of the government. Okay, what the Supreme Court found here, the activities of the government or the rules and regulations that made by the government, it is out of the framework of the Constitution and against the will of the people, the country, right? Okay, so that rules and regulations that made by the government, it is not related with the constitution. It is out of the framework of the constitution. There is no provision to make such kind of rules and regulation as per the constitution. So there is a spark. There's a conflict. Okay, between who and who? The government and the judiciary. Clear? Government and the judiciary means the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court. Okay. Right on. Next point. The Congress party took the position that the Congress party took the decision that it is the ruling party at that time, right? The then ruling party. The Congress party took the position that this stand of the Supreme Court, the Congress party took the position that this stand of the Supreme Court was against principles of democracy. The stand of the Supreme Court was against the principles of democracy and parliamentary supremacy. And parliamentary supremacy. Okay. Parliamentary supremacy. So,
Can you repeat it?
yeah, repeating. The Congress party took the position that this stand of Supreme Court was against the principles of democracy and parliamentary supremacy. SUPR, MAC, supremacy. Okay. So out of these three organs, some special powers are there for the legislature. Do you know what is that? The special power of the parliament. It is the elected body, right? Okay, they are people's representatives. Okay, so it is termed as the parliamentary supremacy. Parliament can take some decision for the welfare of the people. Clear or not? That is clearly mentioned in the constitution, in the directive principles of the state policy. Clear or not? Okay, that's constitution providing the government to take some special rule or make some special rules for the development of the entire society or upliftment of the economically or socially backward people. Okay, like that one provision is there. So now government says that, or the Congress party says that the decision that taken by the judiciary against the government's rules and regulations is out of the principle of democracy and parliamentary supremacy. Clear? Okay, the judiciary now is questioning democracy and the power of the parliament, it seems. Clear? Congress party took a stand like that. Okay, next point. The other parties opposed to the Congress, the other parties opposed to the Congress opposed to the Congress felt that politics was becoming too personalized. The other parties opposed to the Congress felt that politics was becoming too personalized. Politics was becoming too personalized. And the governmental authority personalized, and the governmental authority being converted into personal authority, full stop. Full stop. The split in the Congress, the split in the Congress, the split in the Congress had sharpened, the split in the Congress had sharpened the divisions between Indira Gandhi, the divisions between Indira Gandhi and her opponents, and her opponents, and her opponents, and her opponents. Okay, is that clear now? What happened? So, Congress party took a stand that the judiciary is against the development. Okay, judiciary is against the supreme power of the parliament, supremacy of the parliament, and the principles of democracy. Okay, only Congress party took that stand. All other political parties, the opposition parties, okay, other political parties, they supported the judiciary. Okay, and they commented that Congress party or the government taking decisions related with the Indira Gandhi's ideas. Clear or not? Instead of taking collective decisions, now the Congress party turned into a party of a single individual. Single individual, that is Indira Gandhi. Clear? As a result of that, because of the Indira Gandhi's this attitude, the Congress party split into two. Okay, supporters of the Indira Gandhi and those who opposed Indira Gandhi. Clear? Clear or not? Clear. So Congress party of morning itself, I told that it's a party of different groups of people. It is the only problem of that party. Clear. So always the party splitted into several small political parties. Today's in India, there are a number of political parties are there, right? Even the Communist Party in India also once it was the part of a Congress party. The leaders they split from the Congress party and to form the Communist Party. Okay, clear or not? The present day BJP also had a connection with the Congress party. Clear or not? Okay, Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, that also once part of the Congress party, right or not? NCP, National Congress Party, it was part with the party once it is it had a close connection with the Congress party, or the Congress party leaders they separated from Congress party and created that party. So the logo of these parties we are able to observe. You observe, so you can find that these three colors are there. Clear or not? Three colors are there in almost all these parties, except the Communist Party of India, Marxist, or Communist Party of India, Marxist Leninist. Amal Raj, what happened? Boring. Amal, Ashwini escaped. Okay, Ashwini don't like to write the notes. Okay, so not writing is there means definitely he must. Grishma Joshi, are you there? Grishma is facing connection issues. So these things are clear for you. So basically, we are discussing these things: Congress Party and Indira Gandhi's rule. Okay, what are the changes in the administration at her at that time? Okay, such kind of things we are discussing. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the major problem that faced by the country: the economical context, political one, and social one. Write down next one: economic context. Economic context. The reason for emergency. Okay, economic context. The first one it is a politics, political one. Second one it is economical one. In 1971 elections, in 1971 elections, the Congress had given a slogan of the Congress had given a slogan of Garibi Hatao, Garibi, Garibi Hatao, 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 a single inverted comma. Garibi Hatao. Okay. Wipe away the poverty. Clear. Clear. Garibi. Poverty. Hatao. Wipe away the poverty. That's what the slogan. Okay. Used by Indira Gandhi and Congress Party to impress the voters in the country. Right? In 1971 elections. The Congress Party faced the country, okay, with this slogan, Garibi Hatao, Garibi Hatao. Clear or not? So still I am remembering my grandmother, okay, she told me once when I was in class 8, I think that. The famous slogan that used by the Communist Party leaders in Kerala to protest against the Congress Party at that time. Okay. Hmm? So at that time, Indira Gandhi, she was pregnant. Clear or not? Okay, so they used this term. Okay, she's not, sorry. Uh, so she's not pregnant at that time, sorry. Okay, that's another one story. Let it be. Okay, so in the Congress Party, sorry, Communist Party used the slogan. Okay, what is that? ഗർഭിണിയായ ഒരു കാലത്തും ഗോതമ്പൊപ്പം തിന്നിട്ടുണ്ടോ means that time, the time of this period, basically the emergency period or before the emergency period, there is no food for the people. There is no rice available, right? Okay, through the ration shop, they are allotted only what? Wheat. Clear. Wheat they provided. Okay, Godambappa means a chapati or a dosa with the wheat. That's what. Okay, so they asked to Indira Gandhi that, or Congress Party in the north that, okay, this question. Did she ate this chapati when she was pregnant? It seems. Okay, but actually the Kerala don't know. Basically, North Indians are eating chapati only, right? That's another thing. Okay, let it be. Okay, okay. So such kind of slogans they used against to protest against the Congress Party at that time in 1971. 1971. All right. Okay, this slogan is not like that. It's a big one. Okay, I'm not saying that all together. Now, step by step, we will discuss that. So, what was that slogan used by the Congress Party to face the election in 1971?
Garibi Hatao.
Garibi Hatao. Okay, it is not a Leddur Jalebi. Garibi Hatao means what is that? Wipe away the poverty. Wipe away the poverty. Okay, that's what. But the social, right on, continue. But the social and economic conditions on the country, but the social and economic condition in the country did not improve after 1971-72. After 1971-72. Okay. So number of political parties till today also they will face the voters with this kind of slogans. Okay, so BJP in the last election, what they used? മാറ്റത്തിനായി ഒരു വോട്ട്. Okay. LDF വരും എല്ലാം ശരിയാകും. Right? Congress party, നാട് നന്നാക്കാൻ കോൺഗ്രസ്. Okay. തുടർ ഭരണത്തിന് ഒരു വോട്ട്. That's what used by the LDF the last election, I think so. Okay. തുടർ ഭരണത്തിന് ഒരു വോട്ട്. Okay. Before that, LDF വരും എല്ലാം ശരിയാകും. Okay. So BJP used മാറ്റത്തിനായി ഒരു വോട്ട്. Okay. So Congress used, oh, sorry, നാട് നന്നാക്കാൻ ഒരു വോട്ട്. The same day, one follower of or when a fan of Umman Chandi, he climbed to a roof of a house. Okay, remembering that? No. Okay, so Umman Chandi told the party leadership that he is not ready to participate in the election. Okay, so this follower climbed on the rooftop and protested. Okay, protested that. So other political party leaders, they changed the slogan of the Congress party. Instead of Nadu Nannakan Congress, they used Odu Nannakan Congress. So because they climb up on the rooftop, right? Okay, let it be. So these are some slogans they used by different political parties. In each and every election they are using. So okay, so please make a list of such kind of slogans or captions that made by different political parties to face the candidates. Okay, not from Kerala, the central level. Okay, so some programs with the different political parties. Okay, so the first point completed, economic context, right? Okay, so we will meet in the next class. Clear? So please read the things that you wrote here. Okay, so we will meet in next session. Thank you everyone.